Maddie and Steve, they set the stage. From classic bouts to the modern age. Every slam, every story, every legacy comes alive with Wrestling Pedigree. So tune on in, the spotlight's bright. The ring is ready on this podcast night. It's Wrestling Pedigree.
What's up, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of the Wrestling Pedigree. I'm your host, Matty, and with me, I have the last real general manager of NWL, Steve Atkins. How are you, sir?
That sounds better every time you say it, Matty.
I know, I have a knack for it.
You should give Jeff some tips.
Well, yeah, you're right. This episode is we're going to talk about Eddie Guerrero, his career, our memories of him as fans, and this is the first episode of season 2. We had a 2-week chill, and then we're back, and we're going to do more episodes and get in more trouble with Facebook and Meta. And we're streaming on Twitter now, so it's all fun.
We are streaming everywhere, guys.
Oh, yeah. So if it's anywhere we can stream, we're going to stream it. So let's get into it. When was the first time you saw a Eddie Guerrero match?
The first time I saw Eddie Guerrero was his debut in WCW. Well, can't say his debut because he did wrestle in WCW in '89 as enhancement talent, and then '91 he was in Wrestle War. I saw him for the first time in Wrestle War, so 1991.
So I saw him in ECW. I think that's 95.
Yes, 95 he debuted in ECW and won the TV title from Too Cold Scorpio.
Yeah, so I watched that one, and because back then we were just swapping tapes in school, I watched that match and I fell in love with Eddie during the Eddie versus Malenko. That was a phenomenal match. I think they drew, or Malenko won. It's one of those 2 matches they had before they left to go to WCW, and I just fell in love with Eddie then.
Yep. He lost the TV title to Malenko July 21st, then regained it the 28th.
Yeah, but it's crazy how you can have 2 straight matches and just have 2 straight bangers.
Yeah.
Just because it's just the perfect wrestling. For us to watch Eddie, what was, especially in WCW, because we're obviously Eddie in ECW was brilliant. I loved what Paul Heyman brought over with Rey Mysterio, Your Man, Juventud, and also Eddie. How was Eddie in WCW for you? Not from 91 and then when he came in 96?
He returned to WCW in 95, August 95.
Yeah.
With, once again, a loss to Dean Malenko. It's like they kept going just back and forth. I really started noticing Eddie as, oh my God, this guy's amazing. When he was in the U.S. Championship tournament in 1996.
Oh yeah. I can't remember who he had in. He got pretty far, didn't he?
He won. He beat DDP in the finals.
Is that DDP hasn't like him coming in, or is that DDP established?
Let's see, 96. So I think at that point he was I don't think he was quite high mid card yet.
What month was that? Do you know the month?
December 96.
So December 96. Yeah, DDP was on it because around that time, obviously, the Passion and Beach 96, Hogan turned heel. We got the Outsiders, we got NWO. DDP was the first man to hit the NWO, wasn't he? On our Scott Hall. So I think then he was building.
Yeah.
But that is amazing win over DDP for Eddie.
Oh yeah.
Is there any rivalries in WCW that stand out with Eddie?
Oh, obviously his rivalry with Ray Ray.
Oh yeah. Are we going to talk about Halloween Havoc 97?
Oh my God, that match at Halloween Havoc was the most incredible match that I had seen at that point.
It was phenomenal.
And it still ranks in my top 5.
Oh yeah, even when Halloween Havoc comes on NXT, people automatically just watch a replay of that match.
Yep.
Just because it's an excuse to watch it. Even though you don't need an excuse, but it's always a good excuse.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
There's another rivalry. Well, his rivalry with Ray. I think Jericho at one point.
Yep. He went back and forth with Jericho with the Cruiserweight Championship.
Yeah. Obviously his backstage rivalries with Eric Bischoff. But I obviously watched this flicking through WWE or F, and then flicking through WCW. Obviously, I was watching all parts. Was it a big, because obviously Eddie was mostly a heel in WCW. He treated his nephew like shit in WCW. He was such a heel. Poor Chavo, he got so much crap for that. What's your take on Chavo when it was those two in WCW? Because Chavo, for me, I like Chavo in WCW.
I liked Chavo, but honestly, I was kind of figuring, oh, he's just riding off Eddie's coattails, because that's kind of the way that they made it seem, especially with Chavo being forced to wear the Eddie Guerrero is my favorite wrestler shirt.
Oh yeah, I remember that now.
Which I had that shirt.
Oh, you do you?
I did.
Oh, I had it was in 2002. I had an Eddie T-shirt, and I kind of left it at a wrestling event, and then lost that. I was gutted.
Oh no!
I know, 2002. God. So you had Eddie go through WCW, great matches, and then I think late '99, he wasn't getting booked well.
No, he wasn't booked well. Even in '98. '98 is when he formed the LWO, starting with Hector Gaza and Damien 666. And then started bringing. Eventually, it was every Latino wrestler, pretty much, in that LWO.
I like Hector Gaza. I like Hector. He was really good. Yeah, obviously, he's so underrated back in the day.
Yep.
Oh yeah. Obviously, LWO is going strong now in WWE. It was obviously created LWO. Then late '99 contract issues. I think Kevin Sullivan was in charge then of creative.
Yep.
And then Perry Saturn, Dean Malenko, Chris Benoit, and Eddie Guerrero jumped ship.
Yep.
What was your reaction when you saw the Rascals on WWE TV on a Monday Night Raw in January 2000?
My literal words were, "Holy shit! I can't fucking wait for this."
Obviously, they beat the holy shit out of the McMahon Helmsley and DX faction, then turned on Mick Foley, Catch Jack a couple of weeks later. And then during the beat up, Eddie got injured.
He did.
He did a frog splash, and I think he ever hit, overflew, and then landed awkward. It was somewhat similar to that
Yep.
one.
Yep.
Obviously, when he came back, I think he came back to like proper to wrestle. I think it was June, July, just before the summer, and his rivalry, well, not rivalry, his storyline with Mamacita.
Yes.
I think that was the standout, one of these standout storylines of the 2000s.
Well, not only that, but it was one of the best storylines that Eddie was ever in.
He
hell,
made
it gave him his nickname of Latino Heat.
You know what's so bad? Before we start, I didn't even notice the T-shirt. But it's still an awesome T-shirt.
It is.
See, that was better than Dirty Doms.
Yeah.
If you look at his first year in debut, and then obviously with China, do you feel that not just made Eddie stand out because people loved him then? They loved the storyline. They loved him. They loved China. Do you think they could have done more with that, or did that run its course naturally?
I think
November?
it just ran its course naturally. I mean, let's see. He was dubbed Latino Heat April 3rd. And geez, that went quite a while. So that storyline pretty much went until
November, I think.
I want to say it was like October, November.
Because Eddie cheated on China with some hoes.
Yep, 2 of them, because 2 Mamacitas is better than 1.
Yes, that's very true. And I think one of them was Victoria.
I think you're right.
Victoria's got taste. And then after that, obviously, he had a rivalry with China. He had a rivalry with Billy Gunn, because I think Billy Gunn came back as the one Billy Gunn.
Yep.
And then for me, Eddie went down the pecking order. He wasn't getting booked much. And then obviously backstage he had a bit of trouble. Do you with Eddie, obviously with the Alliance storyline, do you think Eddie would have done really well in that storyline if he was there?
Yeah, I think that if he was able to be part of that storyline, I think that might have even surpassed the Latino Heat storyline.
Do you think which side was he gone on?
I think he would have gone WCW.
Do you think he would have been one of the top 5? So like Shane McMahon was in that team in November. Do you think Eddie would have took over him, and it would have been that 5?
Yeah.
He would have Booker T in it, or he would have kept Kurt Angle in WWE and then have just him replace Kurt.
Yeah, I think they would have taken Kurt out, put Kurt as part of WWE, because the matches that Kurt and Eddie had were amazing.
Oh yeah, and then Eddie went to went to Indies after get laid off, got himself clean, came back. I want to say 2002. And then when he came back in 2002, he was more with it. He was the best Eddie I've seen.
Yep.
Was there any standout matches in 2002 that you like stands out to you? For me, it's the RVD versus Eddie in the ladder match when that stupid fan came in and knocked the fucking ladder off because he was a dick.
Yep.
Apart from that, I remember Eddie for a 7 or 8 minute segment doing karaoke when he had a little rivalry with Austin before Austin went in.
Yep.
Apart from that, 2002 wasn't that year, but the thing that saved Eddie was the draft, don't you think?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Being able to keep Eddie on SmackDown and send Benoit over to Raw, that made perfect sense for both of them, and that put them both immediately in the title picture
Mm,
because Benoit was able to challenge Triple H for the World Heavyweight Championship, and Eddie ended up winning that 15-man battle royal
yeah, that was
to go on to
2001.
WrestleMania.
Yeah. 2003, he teamed up with Chavo,
Yep.
the Los Guerreros,
Yes.
and that's when the real lying, cheating, and stealing came in.
Right.
They were heels and they were doing it, and people didn't like it. But then it gradually built up, and we just loved it. Especially the vignettes. Do you remember the vignettes when they used to go to a pool? I think it was golf. Was the other
Yep.
one?
Yep. I remember all those.
I remember the pool one. They're knocking on the old lady's door. It said, "We're here to inspect the pool. You don't want to let it get wet." I was like, "Oh, that's such an Eddie line. That's
Yep.
such an Eddie line." Um, with Eddie in 2003, he was building up. Yeah, US. I think he had a US title run. Um, Obviously a tag team title run with Los Guerreros. When you saw the Lion cheating Steen, did you fall in love with Eddie a bit more?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I loved it, and honestly, I love that Dom is using that.
Yes, I mean he's so over right now. It's unbelievable.
And I
Um,
like yesterday was the 20th anniversary of Eddie passing, and Rey Mysterio posted something. Um,
I let her.
he posted a letter telling Eddie how proud he would be of Dom,
Mm.
and that Dom is just taking over right where he left off.
Yeah, really, really. I mean, it's crazy how us fans love it. We like Dom is a major heel. He's one of the biggest heels in WWE right now.
Hmm.
And yeah, we're cheering him every time he cheats and steals.
Oh yeah, we're eating it up.
I mean, when on Monday he tried to cheat,
Hmm.
but failed, obviously. But we still loved it for it.
Yep.
It's just crazy how he's up there with obviously Eddie and like Austin, where he's in that middle where even though he's a heel or doing bad shit, you still love him.
Yeah.
He's he's, he's kind of like in that middle where you it's very very rare.
Right.
Um, is there any lying, cheating, stealing that stands out?
My favorite was always the well, it's now known as the Eddie spot, the chair spot.
Oh, when they slam it on the floor, throw it back to him.
Yep.
Yeah. That's a great spot. I love that spot.
And
Um,
I see it now even like they do it in Evil Uno's.
yeah, mystery wrestling.
Yes, Mystery Wrestling, where but now they'll have somebody do the same thing, slams a chair on the ground, but then the other guy throws himself through a table.
Yes, no table doors.
Yep.
I remember one of them threw himself in a door, and the door didn't sell it, and he rebounded off the door.
Yep.
I cannot wait. By the way, Mystery Wrestling is in Wales next in January. I'm freaking going to that. I cannot wait.
Oh, lucky.
Cannot wait to watch that. I hope
They're
they do
they're
it
not
Eddie
going to be
spot though.
coming to the US anytime soon.
No, well, can't blame
No.
them.
I don't want to come to the US anytime soon.
Poor you are living in somewhere called New England.
Yes.
So I could rip you on that, but I'm not. Obviously, end of 2003, Eddie's getting more built up to go in to the main title, the WWE title. And I do believe No Way Out 2004 is one of my favorite matches. Eddie versus Brock.
Yes.
Even with Goldberg interfering, it still made that match really good.
Yep.
Any memories of that match? Like anywhere like you were watching it first time, any impressions?
I was just watching it with like my mouth wide open. Wow, this is a great match. And at that point, we were just used to Brock going in and destroying people,
Yeah.
and having an actual match with Eddie was fantastic. And it really showed that Brock is more than just a muscle guy.
Yeah, and like you said, Brock was unstoppable. Brock had from 2002 to 2004, Brock was unstoppable, and then we did that was properly an underdog match and storyline.
Yep.
I think it's Eddie 2 weeks before that match did a promo about addiction,
Yes, I remember that.
and that promo to this day is used a lot, not just in WWE, but in people's stories and meetings. People actually play that promo and know it word by word because it is in their heart. So he's done some stuff now, even beyond WWE.
Yep. Like that. As far as memorable promos, that is right up there with Hard Times.
Oh yeah, absolutely. That's up there with Hard Times. It's one for me. It's one of the top 5 promos.
Yeah.
And obviously Eddie winning in 2004, craziest celebration ever.
Yes.
Hugging his mom, hugging family. After the TV went off, I think after the camera shut off, I think he hugged Michael Cole and Taz and everybody else. Um, do you remember the video they showed of him coming to the backstage?
I don't.
So he's going through the backstage and he's hugging everyone. So he's hugging Vince, he's hugging Ray, I think he's hugging his brothers. And you know when someone means to it when everybody's surrounding a mother.
Yeah.
I think we saw that recently with Tatum, where she won the WWE, the NXT title, women's title, and then there's girls, fellow wrestlers surrounding the mothers, waiting for her to come back and just greet her. I think moments in that is just unbelievable. Do you think that's a top 5 WWE moment? Eddie winning the title?
I I would say it's top 10, maybe not top 5, but the celebration that he had with Benoit after that I would put as one of my top.
I agree with that one. Obviously, we'll never see that one, but agree to it. Obviously, the next month was WrestleMania. His match against Kurt is one of my favorites.
Yeah, and that's probably my favorite Eddie match of all time.
How clever he was taking the boot off, which we saw it with Dom a couple of weeks ago against AJ.
Yep.
Would you say, obviously WrestleMania 20 has got a lot of kinks in there where people don't want to talk about, but do you think WrestleMania 20 is underrated WrestleMania with all the match card?
I think it is. I mean, that's a Mania that I can still go back and watch. It's definitely not WrestleMania 9.
No, definitely not.
No, that's one that I will gladly sit and watch again.
Do you obviously after that title win and him defeating Kurt, he had a really phenomenal rivalry with JBL.
Yes. Which I think their rivalry was maybe one of the best rivalries on SmackDown of all time.
Yes. And it was definitely the rivalry of the year on 2004. And it was only
Yes.
for, I think, 3 or 4 months. But
Yep.
if it wasn't for Eddie, I don't think JBL would have had its success singly.
No, I agree.
And even
Um,
JBL has mentioned that.
yeah. But the Judgment Day match where Eddie takes the chair shot and blades himself too deep, he was covered in blood.
That was the sickest chair shot, though.
It was. And he did not want to go to the hospital.
No.
No.
And I remember, I don't know if it's just the segment was during the Judgment Day run-in match or it was the second match they had at Great American Bash. But it was they were in El Paso, Texas, and JBL was shouting at his mum.
Yep.
And I remember Bruce Pritchard said on this segment, your mom's going to fake a heart attack, and then everything will be good. However, Lester, she had a real heart attack, and Eddie went bullshit crazy. And then I heard that sometimes backstage he will be crazy.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I heard him try to have a fight with Kurt Angle.
Yep.
And
I've
I
heard
mean,
that story many times.
it's just crazy how like backstage stuff with Eddie, where he is a sweet guy, but if he's not switched on, he's one crazy son of a bitch.
Yep.
Especially the stories we've heard. Do you feel he should have had the title longer than 4 months?
I think he should have. But I mean, they were planning on putting it back on him. It never came to fruition.
Do you obviously with the rest of 2004 he was a face. He I think he helped John Cena a lot building himself up. He was the leader of the Survivor Series team that year. And won. They won because I think John Cena. Do you remember when Carlita debuted?
Yep.
And then Cena got bladed,
Yep.
like stabbed in a nightclub, and then that whole storyline, which went to that Survivor Series, which was Eddie was the captain. So it was a memorable Survivor Series. Eddie had some great matches down the line. Before we go into 2005, is there any matches or moments between 2002 2004 that you think, wow, that match or wow, that moment was crazy?
I mean the Kurt match at WrestleMania 20, the match at Judgment Day against JBL, those were all holy shit moments for me.
I know this. Well, with me as on this show, I like to take things down a bit lower. Do you remember when he poured shit on the Big Show
I remember that. Yep.
or gave Show a dodgy burrito?
Yes.
There was just shit everywhere with that with that storyline. Obviously, 2005. I think we talked about Eddie in 2005 Royal Rumble when it was Daniel Pure.
Yep.
When we were talking about the Chris Jericho and Kurt Angle storyline stories. After that, he was building up face, but then tag team champions with Ray.
Yep.
And then he turned heel
Yes.
after the WrestleMania match, I think.
Yep.
I like that match. I think that match has similar spots and similar style to the Eddie Guerrero, Rey Mysterio, and Halloween Havoc '97.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, a bit old now, so they had to do a bit less stuff they would have, but it still felt that kind of energy.
Yeah.
Eddie turned heel, and then we had one of famous long-term storylines in wrestling.
A storyline that's still going
So,
on 20 years later.
oh yes. What did you think of the ladder match and everything, the storyline between Rey Mysterio, Dominic, and Eddie during that summer in 05?
Oh, it was brilliant. That storyline, it made me laugh so hard, and the fact that they're still bringing it up, you know, it's that. Oh God, it makes me so happy. That's a storyline that I will gladly go back and watch, just the storyline bits of it.
Oh yeah. I think it was Eddie seeing Dominic in the playground. Story time with Eddie, that was some great segments. It's just the ladder match that gets me, because there were some spots in there which I don't know how they landed it,
Yeah.
but it was just really good matches between these two. I think them, The Rock in Austin, and some similar ones like Omega and Okada just have match after match and be banger after banger.
Yeah.
And if you see them on a match card, you know it's going to be a really good match.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, the ladder match. It's the what did Eddie? That's when Eddie came up with "I'm Your Pappy," isn't it?
Yes.
Yes, and then Mammy has that now.
Mm-hmm.
What was your take on Eddie during that ladder match and the storyline finishing that chapter finishing at SummerSlam?
I was really hoping that he was going to win that ladder match. I would have loved to have seen that storyline continue, just because it was absolute gold.
Oh yeah, it definitely goes. After that, I think obviously he passed in November. But after that, he was miserable. He was really a really aggressive heel.
Yep.
He befriended Batista.
Befriended Batista.
Well, everybody can see what Eddie was doing, including Batista. But their relationship, their chemistry, similar to Rey Mysterio, was brilliant.
It was.
It was brilliant. Do you remember the No Mercy match?
Very, very vaguely.
It was a really good match. It's one of Batista's underrated ones. But do you remember any other segments of Batista's and Eddie's that stand out to you? I got one in my
That's
mind, but
that's honestly a time in my life where I was watching wrestling, but things weren't really registering.
do you remember where Eddie was pretending to be ill? So it's Batista and Eddie tag team, and I think it gets Eminem,
Mm-hmm.
and Eddie pretended to be ill. Say he got bad food poisoning or something, and Batista brings in a doctor who is a bit campish, and he goes, "Hello there, Mr. Guerrero," and you wanted a prostate. The doctor wanted to do a prostate on him, and then Batista said, "Don't use the lube." And honest to God, and Eddie's like this, like standing, and then Batista grabs him and then just bends Eddie over like that. And you can hear the thump Eddie makes. I was laughing. That's one of my favorite segments of comedy in wrestling.
I'm
was
gonna have to go
great.
back and watch that.
It was hilarious. Obviously, during that match, Eddie accidentally hits. Well, I say accidentally. He purposely hits Batista on the back with a steel chair. But during that, right between them was John Morrison, I think, or Joey Mercury, one of them, ducks. And then Eddie goes, "Why did you duck?" Try to blame it on one of them. But it's the chemistry. The build up for them was brilliant. Where were you when you found out the news of Eddie's passing?
I was at home. I was actually online. Um, I had just gone on to. I think at that point I was on WrestleView.com a lot.
Cool, you're going back.
Yeah, and I saw that and I went, no. And let's see. At that point I was married, so I turned around to my wife and I go, "Hey, this happened." And she goes, "Who's Eddie Guerrero?" And I went, "Oh, woman, I've got to teach you."
Oh man, it's what was it? It was, obviously, we're ahead of you by 5 or 6 hours, so I want to say it was like 10 o'clock at night, and MSN,
Yep.
and we had like a group, like wrestling group, where we was just chatting, and then also one of them goes, "Oh, Eddie Guerrero passed." I went, I was about to go, "Why you like for such shit like that?" And then I clicked on, I want to say Wrestling Inc. I don't know their stuff about, but Wrestling Inc. and clicked on that, and then yeah, it came out with Eddie. Eddie unfortunately passed. But did you hear what they would have done for WrestleMania that next year?
I think there were rumors of Eddie winning the title again.
Yes, but do you know the rumors of him WrestleMania opponent?
No.
So if Eddie was still with us, WrestleMania 22, it would have been Eddie versus HBK.
Oh,
Mhm.
oh god damn.
Instead of Shawn Michaels versus Vince in a stupid no holds barred match, we could have got Eddie versus Shawn. Imagine the banger that would have been.
God damn.
With with the wrestlers today, right? You got 5 picks, right? 5
Mhm.
picks. Who would you pick from today? Let's exclude Dom because we all will say Dom.
Yep.
Which 5 wrestlers today in any promotion you will put up against Eddie Guerrero that will be in a banger?
Ooh, Dragon Lee.
Oh, bit LWL.
Yes. Let's see. Ooh, El Hijo del Vikingo.
Yes. That'll make him even more hill.
And see, I'm thinking of all just Mexican wrestlers now. Like I'm thinking all AAA.
Yeah.
Like I'd
And
love to see him. I'd love to see him against Dr. Wagner.
mm-hmm.
Hmm.
That was 3.
Yes, that's 3. And you said 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Who else would I like to see him up against? I'd actually like to see him up against Roosh.
Ooh.
I think that would be a hell of a match.
The styles will be good.
Yep. And Sammy Guevara.
The Spanish Golf versus Latina Heat.
Yes.
That, yeah. That one, that would have been a banger.
Mm-hmm.
That would have been a banger. Both of them will try lie cheating still. That's the
Oh
thing.
yeah.
So that would be, yeah. See, my top five would have been Penta, AJ Styles.
Hmm.
Um, I don't know if they faced each other, Styles, during the Indies run he had before he came back to WWE. So, um, Eddie in 2002, so I don't know, but in 2001 he did. But AJ Styles, Penta, oh, I would say a 2008 John Cena.
Okay.
Like a well polished John Cena. Because you faced John Cena when he was the Doctor of Thugonomics and stuff like that. But a polished John Cena like he was in 2008, that would have been a really good match with him and Eddie. Um, Alberto Del Rio.
Okay.
I just think that would be a really good rivalry, even if it was on WWE TV or AAA or Lucha Underground or something like that. It still would have been a really good match.
Yeah.
And his last match I would want to see it would have been him versus Finn Balor,
Ooh. Oh, that match would have been brilliant.
especially if it was proper Latino heat versus the Demon.
Oh, yes.
That would have been a really really good match. But yeah, that's why we like to fantasy book in
Yes.
it. Before we go on to our next segment, what was what did Eddie mean to you, and like what's your like opinion of Eddie straight away?
There were two wrestlers that I really, really took it hard when I was a kid and they passed. Um, and that's Owen Hart and Eddie Guerrero.
Mhm.
Yeah, I kind of took it a little bit hard with Benoit, but that was different circumstances. Um, I don't think that wrestling would have been as fun without Eddie, and I don't know if it would be where it is without him, especially with the Mysterio family.
Mhm. Mhm. Oh yes. Um, I I think it you have to be such a unique individual in the ring and out the ring to have a legacy that to this day, whenever someone light cheats or steals, or a frog splash, or a triple three amigos, or anything similar to that, and the whole crowd chants Eddie, that is where you are one of those particular wrestlers that will just live forever.
Hmm.
Um, I mean, it's been 20 years since passing, and yet every year we remember him as like there's something in WWE or something in AEW, something in TNA, something in AAA just sparks us thinking, oh shit, Eddie did that.
Yep.
Um, Obviously now Dominic doing this for the past 3 years, it's just brilliant. And I people also say, oh, was it often duplicated? Never something like that.
Yep.
No, there would never ever be a Eddie Guerrero similar
No.
like ever again.
No. Often imitated, never duplicated.
That's the one. And however, what Dominic's doing and what Rey Mysterio does and what others do, yeah, that guy's Eddie's gonna live forever. He's
Yep.
one of those that will live forever. Kind of like Andre. Kind of like God forbid when the likes of Austin and that Rock lives, they're just gonna live forever.
Yep.
Um, all right, next segment. We did this during the 15-hour live stream where we did our two shows, which I am still recovering from 6 fucking days later. As my voice is still gone from work. Right. You have to Right, you come up with a name, aren't you?
Yep.
And I got a guess within 1 minute, yeah?
Yes.
Like, I still haven't got the timer on here because StringYard has hid this away from me. Bastards. I would just get the clock on. There we go. Right. Are you going to show it to the people or?
Yep. I will show it to the people. Let's see. Let's go that picture. All right, Maddie. You have 1 minute.
Starting now.
Starting now.
All right. Is it a he or she?
It's a male.
World champion?
Yes.
Intercontinental champion?
No.
US champion?
I believe so.
WCW?
No.
WWE?
Yes.
SmackDown?
Yes.
Former tag team partner?
No.
I am shit at this game. I gotta get one within the time. Rhino?
No.
Right. I suck at this game.
Well, I will give you final guess.
Right, world champion, US champion, WWE, SmackDown. World champion. Oh man, Edge. I know it's wrong. Son of a bitch!
John Bradshaw Layfield.
That was a good one. I don't know how I missed.
I had another one that you would have never gotten.
Who was it?
Silver King.
Oh yeah, I would not get that. I mean, I like Super King. I like his wrestling. I wouldn't fucking know his credentials.
No.
It's still on JBL because it's Eddie made JBL. So apart from that, I think that's it then.
Well, we have some time. Do you have one that you want to do for me?
Oh, screw it. Go on then.
Okay. Let me know when you want to show the people.
If you do, who did you do it? Did you do it for Justin or Jeff on the charity show?
I did it for Jeff.
And he got it straight away.
Yes.
Asshole. I got I got the person.
Okay.
Right. Yep.
Ready?
Yeah, I'll just get the timer up for you. Nothing could go wrong when it's live. Yep, go.
All right. Male or female?
Mel.
Former world champion.
Yes.
WWF or WWE?
WWE.
Active in the 80s.
No.
Active in the 90s.
Yes.
Still active today.
No.
Active in the 2010s.
Yes.
Did they wrestle anywhere else besides WWE?
Yes.
Former Intercontinental Champion.
No.
Okay.
I don't know how Snap does this, man. All right.
Kurt Angle.
Oh, was he in WCW?
Oh no, you said WCW. Well, technically,
Yeah.
but no.
No. All right. I'll give you one more final guess.
Chris Benoit.
No, we ain't that. I ain't that crazy.
Okay.
He was a world champion. He was an ECW world champion.
Yeah, that's true. Okay. Bastard.
Well, you gave me JBL. I have to give you some. That's fine. Well, next week, I picked Eddie. So who have you got next week? We got
Next week we do Bret the Hitman Hart.
yes, because obviously it's Survivor Series season. So you got Brett next week, Shawn Michaels the week after, and then I do believe it's near around that time for John Cena's thing. I think we're 3 weeks away, aren't we?
We are 4 weeks away from Cena.
So we got
So
another
I
2 to
think
go.
the third week we should do a fantasy booking week.
Oh, we haven't done those for a while.
Mm-hmm.
What we fancy booking?
Let's do stars of the 2000s versus stars of today.
Ooh. So that's from 2000 2009.
Yep.
To today's wrestlers. 7 matches.
7 matches.
Yeah, we ain't gonna do what we did before. We were doing 14 matches.
Yeah.
7 matches. Yeah. I'm down for that. We haven't done it for a while, so let's change that shit up.
Yeah. And with us being in Survivor Series mode, let's make it a Survivor Series.
Oh, okay. We're actually going to do something which WWE should actually do, which is actually bring back the Elimination Survivor Series matches.
Yep.
As there hasn't been one since fucking 4 years ago.
Yep. So I'd say let's do 2 regular or classic Survivor Series matches.
Mm-hmm.
Let's do a War Games match.
Okay.
And 4 regular matches. One of them has to be a women's.
Yeah. I'm happy with that.
Okay.
We'll do that.
Let's do it.
And then obviously the week after that will be the Cena.
Yep.
show. Oh man, we got a good month ahead of us.
Yeah.
Season 2 is gonna be good.
Season 2 is going to be fantastic.
I don't know if there's anything else apart from we talked about, but I'll give you one thing. Do you think Dominic will be world champion by 2020 end of 2026?
Absolutely. Without a freaking doubt in my mind.
Do you think he'll be heel or face though?
I think he'll be heel.
tell he'll be a face. Because if he's lying, cheating, and stealing, you know he's just going to be a face.
Yep.
Where can people find you, Steve?
Oh, you can't find me anywhere because I'm invisible.
John Cena. Yeah, I knew you was going to say it. Careful, you got Tommy Visible fucking tweeting you now. He'll be on Instagram saying, "Yo."
You can find me basically on here. I'm on Facebook. I'm on Wrestling Pedigree. You can find me sometimes on the Wrestling Roundtable on the Meltdown when I decide that I want to be nice to Jeff and show up.
You did last week.
I did last week. And it was, yeah, it was a thing.
No offense, we did a lot. We both did a lot of shows last week.
Yeah. Like I said on Wrestling Roundtable, you can find me on Instagram, but good luck figuring out my username.
Because he don't know it.
No. You can find me on. No, I don't use X. No, I don't.
Although we are live on it.
Well, we are live on X with the Wrestling Pedigree, but I don't have a personal X account anymore. I don't think. I don't know. Maybe I do.
That's bound to be a fake one somewhere because there usually is on X.
You can find me on Blue Sky, but once again, good luck figuring out my username because I don't even know it. Besides that, you can't really find me anywhere because I'm working all the time.
That's the best way to do it, really. You got work, you got money. You can find Wrestling Pedigree, Wrestling Pedigree Facebook. You can find Wrestling Pedigree Instagram and YouTube. Wrestling Pedigree 92 on there. Find us on TikTok. We're live on X. So Matty W freaking A. And we're literally just two guys talking wrestling, nostalgia, today's, whatever we find we want to talk about. And we just love the professional wrestling so much that we just like to talk about it. And if you're wanting to talk about wrestling on our show, just hit us up and we'll see what we could do. But we're just like approachable guys and we just want to build this thing up. So we're just shooting shit, as Jovan would say. Thank you, Steve, for joining once again. And that's the end of our show. And next week we are doing the best there is, the best there was, and the best there ever will be. That show will be very controversial at one point because I was not a fan of Brett at one point. So,
were you a fan of Bill Goldberg?
No, I was a fan of HBK.
Oh, that's fair.
He was a fan of Bill Goldberg. I'm a fan of Oscar.
Okay. I can respect that.
Because one of them's a better wrestler, and you could guess which one is. So from me and Steve, we'll see you next weekend, and enjoy the rest of the weekend. Enjoy SmackDown and love wrestling.